Hello, hello, hello. Great, beautiful, blessed Sunday evening. Um, if you do not know who I am Tennille. I help women who've been diagnosed with lupus go from confused and discouraged to healed, hopeful, and in control of the medical narrative. And tonight is it's nighttime, but day 18 of May, Lupus Awareness Month. I think I'm going to go live on Tickety Talkity because I totally forget that I can. I have no guests on these. So if you're looking for me, I'm going to tell people where I am. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram, and I'm on YouTube. Wow, multitasking. I'm supposed to be good at it, huh? Okay. So we're live in all of those places. Tell your friends, share. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but magic like always. Let's go. Okay, so today, May 18th, the episode is about movement and how that looks different with a lupus patient. I have made it a point to be pretty active, as active as possible. Hi. Thanks for jumping on. Nice to meet you. Too bad I met you when you were born, but that's fine. So as a lupus person, I have always attempted to be very active. I grew up a really fat kid, but my father was a professional boxer. I'm wearing his sweater. New York teams, Jets. They need to start winning now too, because hello. Next season, you know what I mean? But I see the Knicks and I see the Nets. Or is it, who? No, Knicks. Nope. Who's winning? There's New York teams winning. I know that you know because people are very excited about it, and all my friends are posting about it. But the teams that have not been real great from New York have been doing great. So my dad was a professional athlete, so I grew up doing a lot of athletic things, even though I was a really, really fat kid. Don't ask me how the math. It just, that's what it was. And I'm okay with that. I'm sorry that the Knicks, thank you so much. The Knicks are winning. People are very excited about it. Somebody else is winning. There's Yankees, something like that. Mets, maybe, because the Mets, Lord have mercy. Either way, movement has always been a part of my life, and I've always mostly enjoyed it. Even being a very fat kid, mostly enjoyed it. And when lupus came along, I just moved back to New York. I was working in a day camp for like a Hasidic Jewish resort type of situation. And so I was taking care of a lot of kids. I was doing a lot more walking. I had like lost some weight. I felt really, good about myself. And then when I got sick, I just could not move. And I did not understand it because I have in my lifetime not been able, like, I thought I had been sick and been like, oh, this is what it feels like to, when you have like a bad flu and you just can't get up and you feel like, ugh. But this was different. I always describe it when you're in a flare and you have chronic fatigue, it's laboring to breathe. It's laboring to blink. So you almost want to hold your breath and keep your eyes closed in order not to have to exert the energy it would take to breathe or blink. So think about that. That is the least, you almost automatically do it. Or like when you get injured, when you get injured and you're like, dang, I didn't realize how much I use this part of my body, whatever it is. You injure your arm and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize I use my left arm for everything too. And I'm right-handed. Like, that's how it feels. It's like someone took away the option to have any kind of energy or whatever. Move you, tickety-tockety. So saying that, I'm gonna say right after that, movement is still so important. It's so important. If you don't if you don't use it, you lose it is legit. That is not a joke. That is not a game. That is not something people just passively. I mean, people do passively say it, but it is so legit. You don't understand that there's little intricate muscles in your body that you're not realizing you're using all the time, and that they need to be used, otherwise they atrophy. And atrophy is when you lose all muscle strength in that particular part of your body. So the times that I have not been able to walk and had to go to rehab to learn how to walk again, it's because my muscles in my legs had atrophied because of laying in a hospital bed for long enough that, and I wasn't getting any kind of movement in. Even I think about it, even if I was getting someone to move my body for me, I still might have atrophied and had to start from scratch. So, hi TikTokers. So I'm so sorry if I'm missing comments. I've been looking just at Facebook and Instagram. Uh, but yeah, so it's important to still move, and some of the things that you as an able-bodied person might not understand is still a win for someone with lupus is like a walk. There's like, stretching and yoga and like swimming. So seated exercise is so good for a lupus person. If you cannot put weight on your legs, or your ankles are hurting or swollen or that kind of thing, it's still good to do all of the seated workouts. It still can break a sweat. I have a few people that I follow that they put out consistent chair workouts, and they are good. They're really hard. Honestly. Hey Icon, how are you? Hey Timothy. Um, so I've done all of the things. I've run the gamut. I've lived in rehab centers. I've been completely unable to walk like flat on my back for months, or I've been able to do 5Ks. So that is how being a lupus warrior can take you from one extreme to another extreme. And it's so hard for people to see it. They genuinely are looking at you like, I thought you couldn't walk. Or let's say you do start walking, they're like, oh, you must be better now. You must be fine. Like, it look, you did a 5K, you're fine. It doesn't mean you're fine. And also, the the overdoing it that you are tempted to do is insane, because your mind can tell you sometimes that you are fine and you can do it. Even when I was in the hospital one time, I don't I woke up and I was in a different room, blood all over my clothes, my like hospital clothes, and I was like, "What's going on?" They said, "You tried to stand up and walk away." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, "Yeah, we just heard the crash and uh, came in the room and you were just laying on the ground with your IVs all out." And I was like, "I don't remember," but like, it's autopilot for your body to just get up and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this." I do not remember doing that. I was just told that's what I did, and I guess I believe them. Like, it's it's a strange experience to be a lupus warrior in a body that you didn't grow up with. You already learned how to walk. You already learned how to run. You already learned how to exercise. Most of us uh, lift weights, or you rely on your bodies normally to just be able to walk out and do whatever you think it's supposed to do, and then all of a sudden you learn a whole different set of rules. When I wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, I take a full assessment. What do I actually feel like today? Not what do I want to feel like today, not what am I afraid I'm going to feel like today. I just take an assessment head to toe. Keep my eyes closed. Okay, all right. Can I wiggle this? Is this working? Are we good? Yeah, yeah. And even then, with the pain, even if I'm in pain, I still know that I'm going to get up and do some kind of movement, because you don't use it, you lose it, right? Right. Just because I get to choose to love to modify a workout doesn't mean I'm going to skip that workout. And even if I really want to, like, I, I'm a human being, so like obviously I've skipped workouts. Like I'm not a skinniest person. I've obviously skipped workouts. I'm just saying I don't make it a trend. I make commitments. I was doing hula classes every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for since the beginning of the year. And now I've been having like looking for different workouts to do every day. Something that's low impact, that's gonna actually break a sweat, that stretches you, all Pilates type situations, chair yoga, regular yoga, any of those things, do them consistently, and then also do weight bearing exercises. And like, if you can do something harder, do something harder. Stretch yourself. Don't stress yourself. It's a weird, it's a weird feeling if you wake up in a body that yesterday could do so much, a marathon, all kinds of stuff. There's lupus warriors in all kinds of Olympic sports, all kinds of stuff. And then you wake up in that body that yesterday you were able to do XYZ and now you cannot do it. It is strange. And have compassion for people who, everybody really, but especially if you are aware that a lupus warrior in your life is not feeling well today, cannot do what they thought they could do since yesterday to today, have that kind of compassion to know that like they're not making it up. Living in a body that is being held back by lupus or any chronic illness really is a trip. It is a mind F. It's very weird for us. It's not just you. You feel like you're not doing enough all the time when you know you are doing your very best. And your very best looks so different than it looked yesterday. It's insane. So I just want to honor and uplift those who do what they can every single day, because whatever you can do, don't punk out now. Whatever you can do is enough. It is enough. You are enough. This thing, this illness, this disease does not define you. You are enough. Okay? Okay. Okay. 12 minutes. I think I did pretty all right. Let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to talk about. There are there are benefits I was going to go over of light movement. Um, it boosts your circulation, it boosts your mood, it helps with joint function, it helps with sleep, and sleep can be really hard to come by sometimes, especially if you're in some kind of pain. Um, what else? An overexertion can trigger flares and increase inflammation and worsen fatigue. So make sure you have that balance. Like I love to be able to push myself. Then sometimes I'm aware that the next day I feel terrible because I push myself too much. So if you're really gonna push it, I would get a trainer who is well versed in chronic illness, lupus, any like somebody who knows what they're doing, because I've gone to trainers and they pushed me crazy, and like I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to look like a punk. So like I did it. And then the next day I was out of commission. So, you know, don't let people push you too much, but push yourself some. Push yourself some. That resilience, that grit will carry you on days when you feel terrible, when you feel at your sickest. You'll be able to lean into, but I made myself do this thing, you know. I got myself into that. Like I will for I walked the 5K when I came out of the hospital to prove a point, because doctors kept stayed telling me I would never walk again. Look me dead in my face and tell me, "Oh, well, that's unfortunate because you're probably not going to walk again." And that didn't do anything besides make me mad. If I'm being very honest. And I told my friend Claire Bear, I miss you. I hope you're doing well. My friend Claire and my mother, we went to the Bronx Zoo for the Lupus Walk that year. Was it Lupus Walk? I think so. And invest into a foam roller for mobility. assistance and muscle fatigue. I have a friend who's a masseuse who says he hates foam rollers and he thinks they're dumb. I've had them in the past. I don't have one right now, but um, they're okay. Um, but I did the 5K specifically because I wanted to prove a point, and I kept getting better after that. So find you a reason why. If it's not that it's going to help you with sleep and joint stiffness, and the list goes on. If it's not that, find you a reason, give you a why, something that's going to make you proud of yourself that you got up and did what you had to do that day. So what else? This is, oh goodness, I didn't have this scrolling this whole time. Wowzers. I'm going to end this here, but I wanted to show this. Goodness, this whole time wasn't rolling. So it's May 18th, 2025 of Lupus Awareness Month of May. And this is episode 99. 99 to the 2000s. No, 99. And tomorrow is episode 100. And I'm going to have Tony Anthony Smith. Yes, point proven, right? I'll let them know. That's right. That's for sure. Thanks for sharing my live. You're awesome. Thank you so much. She's amazing. So tomorrow is Tony Smith. He's talking money. And this is something I really have wanted to talk about for a long time. I just didn't feel like I was well-versed enough to talk about money with chronic illness. And this is going to be good. He's so smart. He is so well-versed. He's an older guy. So like he has the life experience. I can't wait to talk to him and about him on this podcast tomorrow because he's just a wealth of knowledge. And this man is going to take us through the new laws that have been going down since the Biden administration about healthcare. Like medical debt drowns people. It stresses you. It is the worst. It is the worst. It's nothing that you asked for. It's nothing that you went to purchase. It's just you wanted to stay alive. Now you owe people money. It's crazy. So come back tomorrow. It's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be in here. Yes, the voice. You know the man. You know that man? Tony, the voice Smith. It's going to be great. So come back tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Love you so much. Have a great night. Stay happily healed. Oh, sorry. Ticket to talk to me. Oh, shoot. I missed a comment. Hi, Carrie. I'm leaving now. They didn't know the fire they were talking to. You right. Bye.